Ya empezar. Welcome to another episode of Shade of Brown Podcast.
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, guys.
Episodes are dropped early in the morning,
Temprano.
every Monday, starting off your week. And if you're joining us on the beautiful world of YouTube, you can see we have a guest. We have not Gilbert.
Not Gilbert.
He's here regular.
Yes, he is.
But the man right here in the middle, in the focal point, he's about to be interrogated.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm scared for that.
The homie Isaac.
What's going on, guys? What's going on, guys? What's going on,
Yeah.
There you go. Aplausos.
Yeah, they love it.
How you been?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Are you nervous?
I'm a little nervous. I did text you. I was like, I'm a little nervous.
you told me. I was like,
Yeah.
just you got it, bro.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
got it, bro. Just a little insight of Isaac. He's a worship pastor.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
like, you shy, bro?
Yeah, I know.
Nah, you know.
I know. People always tell me like, "Are you get nervous?" And I'm like, "Heck yeah, I get nervous all the time."
I like the nervousness though.
yeah,
I like it.
yeah,
Yeah. I prefer it.
yeah.
I like it, bro.
Yeah.
If I could make it worse, I would.
Wow, that's like so. Like,
Hey, you're gonna pee yourself in the front.
That was a joke.
funny. Sure, bro. We'll talk about it later, bro. We're off camera, dude.
All right. So, yeah, man, we got Isaac in the house. That's Gilbert, my cousin, by the way. Ramsey over here. We don't got to introduce ourselves. It's more for Isaac.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Nice to meet you, everybody.
So, yeah, man. So, can you introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit by yourself for the listeners and watchers out there.
For sure.
Yeah.
My name is Isaac.
Yes.
My last name is Funaki.
Funaki.
Funaki. It's Japanese.
Wow.
So if you didn't know that, it's Japanese.
I love it.
I am 29 years old.
29.
I'm almost gonna be 30, but I'm
You're pushing 30.
pushing 30, but I'm like in that what is it called? I'm in denial.
In denial, yeah.
Of what? Of your age?
Of my age, bro. Of my age. I feel like I could be like 25.
You feel younger.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that.
Dude, you look like
You look like you're young. Looks like you're younger than us, dude.
Yeah, dude, seriously.
Yeah, but I mean, if you feel younger, then that's good, bro.
That's
You
good.
know, like
True.
you've been hitting the gym. I see you always posting, going
Nice.
hard on it.
Yeah, bro.
That if anything, that's gonna make you feel even younger, bro.
Yeah,
It is, bro.
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But I'm almost 30. I'm married. I've been married 6 years. I have a daughter.
Oh, nice, nice.
She's gonna be 5 in July.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what else. I'm a pastor.
You're a pastor.
Mm-hmm.
I've only been a pastor for almost 2 years. It was a job that I didn't think about I was gonna do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how I ended up here in the AV.
The
Nice.
AV.
And so-
Antelope Valley.
Yeah, and
Look at that.
there you go, bro. There you
There
go.
you go.
The city of Poppy.
Yeah.
You know
It
that?
is. It is. Yeah.
Yep.
Poppy
So,
Fields.
Yeah, Poppy Fields.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's me, man. That's
Nice.
me. I'm a little boring. You know?
It's
Some
okay to be a little boring here and there,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Everyone will. A lot of people try to be all flashy,
Yeah.
especially in social media.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, dude.
And
absolutely.
social media is the fakest thing, you know. It's a
Yeah.
filter,
Yeah,
It is.
definitely.
literally, of your life.
Yeah,
It is,
absolutely.
dude.
Yeah.
I try to be as raw as possible on my Instagram, on
Yeah.
like my social medias.
Yeah.
Some people don't like it because they get offended by it, or like,
Yeah.
oh, you shouldn't be that open. Or,
You gotta be yourself.
gotta be
Like,
yourself, right?
Exactly.
why
If
is
I'm
that
depressed, let me.
Why
be
is that
depressed.
even a thing, bro? Why? Who
Dude.
made that rule? Nobody made that
Exactly.
rule.
bro? I don't know.
Yeah.
Just status quo, bro. All
Yeah.
that, like,
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, bro.
You gotta
It's
be
your
yourself.
it's your profile.
Absolutely.
Post what
Exactly.
you want.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But yeah, man, that's me.
All right.
Nice to meet
bro.
you, man.
Nice to meet
First time we meet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, first time ever.
Yeah.
So.
But
nice-
I've seen
nice
you
to meet
before on your the videos.
The videos?
And
Okay, nice.
Instagram, Shade of Brown.
Cool, cool.
Hey.
Yeah.
Go follow Shade of Brown, guys.
Follow us, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. So tell us about how you're a pastor, but
Yeah.
more specifically you're a worship pastor.
Yeah.
And like tell us about that. Like let's bring it back, bro. Like rewind. and like your humble beginnings
Yeah.
of playing / singing, because you play guitar too.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you play other instruments?
I don't.
No?
I'm trying to learn piano,
Oh,
but
okay.
my attention span is kind of short. You know, so like I get behind the piano, I'll do a couple chords, and I'm like, all right, I got to do something
Yeah.
else. now.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
For sure.
As an adult, it's hard to learn instruments. I feel like, especially
Really?
like if you have a family or.
Oh,
Okay.
you're always busy. You know, you got
Yeah,
things in
you're
your
busy.
mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
no,
So,
I feel that. So yeah, tell us a little like what got you into the music in general.
it all started when I was like 16,
Mm,
15, 16. I was never like musically inclined. I was more like sports. I played baseball a lot.
Oh, nice.
So growing up,
Nice.
up until I was like, I think I was a freshman in high school, I tore my ACL. Yeah, that's the, that's the story.
I would've gone pro.
I would have gone pro. I tore,
It's always ACL.
but I really tore my ACL. I was playing a pickup game at my church, back home, the one that I grew up at, and this fool tripped me, and my knee like literally slammed on the ground, like all my weight, and so it just ripped, and then that was over. And then ever since then, my knee buckled, and so I just never played baseball again.
Yeah.
And then there was like a, I don't know what you call it. I guess it was like a talent show or whatever, like kind of to show your talent at the church.
Okay.
So just to give you a little context, I grew up in the church.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my mom, my dad, they're like, it's all about the church or like work church. And so I grew up in the church. I didn't get a chance to do a lot growing up.
Yeah.
It's kind of like sheltered. But it wasn't until I was older that I did a little more fun stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I did everything in the church, and then that talent show came up, and so it was just, I sang a song, and they're like, "Dude, you could sing," and I was like,
I got pipes, bro.
Yeah, dude, seriously, you got pipes, you could sing. And
You
I
got
was
bars,
like,
man.
Yeah, seriously. But the thing is that my sister was the one who was in charge of the music at that church at the time.
Yeah.
And so when they heard me sing, they're like, "Oh, you could sing like your sister," and I'm like, "Oh, cool." And then that's when like that
It all
music,
started.
Yeah, it all started. And then at 18, my sister was like, "All right, I'm leaving, so you gotta lead this whole thing by yourself."
Yeah, take control.
Yeah, and I didn't play instruments, and so she was like, "I'll give you 2 weeks, 2 weeks before I leave, and I'll teach you guitar, and then
You
it's
go
all
from
on you."
there. Damn.
Yeah.
So at 18,
Pressure.
yeah, it was a lot of
A
pressure.
lot
I
of
was like,
pressure,
"Ugh."
yeah.
And imagine just like a church of people just staring at you, and you're just like over here trying to.
You're just a beginner.
I don't know what I'm doing. And and then I picked up at 18, and then I haven't let go of the guitar since.
then.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
cool,
yeah.
man.
I was just thinking about this the other day. I'm like, I don't consider myself too much of a musician.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to make this like more churchy like, but I feel like I'm more of a worshiper.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
good,
that's
yeah.
why I'm like that's why I play my guitar. I'm not like
Yeah.
excellent at the guitar.
Uh-huh.
There was a couple days ago where they're like, "Oh, can you play this chord?" And I was like, "I don't even know how to play that chord." I just simple stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of just play rhythm, and so
Yeah.
that's where it all started, man. When I was
Yeah,
18,
nice.
with music, singing when I was like 15, 16, and just haven't stopped.
Nice.
That's good,
Yeah.
man.
Nice.
Yeah.
I feel you. Like there's like when it comes to musicians is the main label,
Yeah.
but then you got like sub labels where like you could be a producer,
Yeah.
you could be a worshiper,
Yeah.
you could be a instrument or whatever,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
vocalist.
Yeah.
So there's different like brackets.
branches.
Yeah.
Because I'll compare it to skateboarding. Skateboarding is the main one.
Yeah.
You got a street skateboarder. You got a bowl skater. You got a freestyler.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing.
Yeah, same
thing,
different branches,
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
So I'm just kind of like, I'm just chilling.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Do you play any instruments?
I do. I
Okay.
play. Well, I haven't played in a long time, but I play drums,
Okay.
and I used to play at a church too.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, I just
For sure.
haven't played at a church in a long time.
Okay, you're gonna have to go play with us, right?
Yeah, I know, right?
When's the next audition?
June, bro. June at 7 p.m.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, but like in our family, there's a bunch of drummers. Like him and his brother, the drummer's me.
Yeah,
so
love it, man.
Kinda get it off of
That's
them.
amazing, bro.
There's
Yeah.
too many drummers in our family.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's too
I
many.
think you should stop. That way I could just
Just take his place.
take a stop.
Who's the best one?
Oh,
Hey, drum off or what? Let's cut it here and go get a drum off.
That's funny. Man. That's
Yeah.
funny.
All right.
Yeah.
So basically a talent show.
Yeah, man. Talent show.
Started it all.
Started it all.
Damn,
Yeah.
dude.
I remember I would sing like in the living room, like because we had a computer in our living room.
Mm-hmm.
And I would sing like loud and just proud. The
Yeah.
one that I would sing is always like Hero by Enrique Iglesias.
Oh, I know that song.
I want what is your hero, baby. I remember my sister walking into the living room one time. She's like, dude, shut up. You freaking suck. And I was
You
like,
gotta sing with that lisp too. Like,
yeah, and it was, I mean, yeah. So here I am now
It's cool, man.
without that trauma.
So,
but-
like, what were you like? I don't know. It happened to me, but I don't know. Maybe it's similar or a little bit different for you,
Yeah.
because you know we're basically all musicians here.
Yeah.
When that point of your life happened and you start doing it more, you play guitar more, you practice more, you start singing more,
Yeah.
and like when or what was it when you were like, I want to keep doing this?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, like how was that? How did you like that moment was? What was it?
Yeah. Honestly, just I grew a passion for it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't really remember the time or even like how old I was, but I'm pretty sure I was maybe like 20, 21.
Okay.
Mm.
You know,
when you thought though, like this is meant for me.
yeah, this is meant for me.
Yeah.
Like I felt like there was like a call in my life for it.
Yeah.
I saw like big movements going on, and I'm like, is this something I should be doing? Like, is
Yeah,
this
yeah.
something I should hop on? Like,
Yeah.
not as a bandwagon, but like because I feel like I should be called to.
You should be doing this.
I should be
Yeah.
doing this, and I'm called to this.
Yeah.
And so I just started there. You know, one day
Nice.
I was like, you know what? I think this is what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life. So I literally quit my job.
Oh yeah.
Called my job, and I'm like, I'm not coming in. And then nothing literally happened for like months.
Yeah.
And I was like, I gotta get a job again because
Yeah.
nothing's really happening.
Yeah.
The church that I was leading at,
Uh-huh.
they didn't offer me any like financial like help.
Help,
So
support,
my dad was like, bro, you're not even working. What are you doing?
Yeah, you got to go back.
You know, gotta go
Yeah.
back.
Trabajar.
And so I was like, all right.
Yeah.
And so, and then the pandemic hit. Pandemic, that COVID-19.
What is
hit,
that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where we all started our new jobs. You know?
Oh no, honestly, dude, we found new talents.
Yeah, we all found new talents.
Literally.
Yeah, man. And that's how I ended up in Reading, 10 hours away. 9 hours if you drive super fast. And I went to ministry school, and then I ended up here, and I was like, all right, I guess this is like,
Nice.
Yeah.
this is where it's at right now.
Yeah.
you know?
Speaking of ministry school, so like you were studying at Bethel?
Bethel Church.
Bethel?
Yeah, Bethel
How was
Church.
that? Like, how was that whole studying phase
Man,
of your life?
Yeah. I actually hate school with all my heart. Like, I didn't go to college after high
Yes,
school.
I am there with you.
We're in the same wagon.
I'm there with you.
Man.
Yeah.
I was never good in school. Never ever. I just, I was just kind of.
It wasn't for you.
It wasn't for me, and
Yeah.
I literally made it through by like I was scraping through like
Yeah.
school, like
Yeah.
dreaded it every day. My dad's Asian, so he always like, you need to do good in school. You need to do. And
Yeah.
I was just like, this
Mentality.
isn't for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I always thought I was like dyslexic or something because nothing made sense to me. But
Yeah.
got through it, and then ministry school. Later on in the years, I was just like, all right, I guess I'm gonna go to ministry school.
ministry
The
school.
Lord is calling me to the ministry
Yeah.
school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I ended up in ministry school at Bethel Church.
Nice.
It's a huge like church that
How long did you do that for?
2 years.
2 years.
2 years, 2 years, yeah. And I read books, and I was like, I never thought in my life that I would open a book
And then you
Yeah.
actually wanted to read
and
it.
actually wanted to read it and learn and all that stuff. It's just,
Yeah.
and 2 years later, I was like, all right, well, what's gonna happen now? In between those 2 years, my wife and I were gonna open a coffee shop up in
Okay.
Reading.
Nice.
Oh.
Because my wife loves coffee.
She loves it.
She loves coffee, and she was just like, that would be a dream of mine.
Nice.
And then my father-in-law, he's like, yeah, abre una tiendita de ahí de café." I'm like, sí, a ver cuándo. And we ended up that ended up falling through because we partnered up with some people.
Mm-hmm.
They're not just some people, they're friends, but
Yeah.
they just were led in a different direction after, and we're just like, what are we doing to do now? And that's when my wife was
Yeah.
like, why don't you just apply to be like something in ministry,
Mhm.
like a pastor or something? And like a worship pastor, and I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess, you know,
Yeah.
let's try it. And so that's when
Yeah.
I started looking around. And then I just ended up finding a couple places. Actually, I think it was like maybe 6 places, but the other places were in a different state.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
And so we were like, I don't think we want to move out of state.
Yeah.
And so we ended up just sticking to the 2 that were here in California, Southern California,
Mm-hmm.
Thousand Oaks, and then here in Palmdale. And then Palmdale just felt like home.
Yeah.
You know, it just felt like we belonged.
Yeah.
You know, we're like, all right, let's do Palmdale, and then, you know,
Yeah. Even the name sounds like home, Palmdale.
Palmdale.
I mean, even though there's no palm trees,
There's no palm trees.
there's more cactuses than palm trees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joshua trees.
Joshua trees.
Yeah. Dude.
Wait, you mean?
Yeah, though, well, supposedly Palmdale's called Palmdale because there's a lot of Joshua trees and they thought they look like palms.
That's the
That's what
history
people
of it.
say.
Yes,
That's why
that
they
is
call
the
it
history.
Palmdale.
The settlers or natives
Yeah,
around here, they thought
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Little history.
Yeah,
for you.
If you guys didn't know.
Follow us for more history.
U.S. history.
All right.
love that,
So
man.
2 years, and then like you were looking for ministry.
Yeah,
You know,
ministry
music.
opportunities.
Yeah.
In the realm of like music.
Yeah.
Just because I felt like that was something that I was really pretty much pretty proficient in.
Yeah.
Especially like vocally.
Yeah.
And so I found this, and we talked, and it was just like a match made in heaven, honestly.
Yeah.
Like they were like looking for somebody like me, and I was looking for somebody like them.
Oh.
And it was just like the perfect match.
Man.
And it was just like, yeah, it was honestly just the Lord.
Yeah, you know
like,
it was meant to be.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. Yeah, it was definitely God's hand on my life, on my family's life, and especially I also felt like we wanted to move closer because my parents are older,
Okay.
and then because my dad's almost gonna be 78,
Oh,
and when we
okay.
moved back, my mom was 76.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah.
my mom passed away already, and
Yeah.
so
Mhm.
yeah. But I felt like that was the reason why.
Yeah.
There's always like those little.
They lived out here?
They live in West Covina.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's
Yeah,
what you told
yeah,
me.
yeah.
Right.
So we're closer
Mhm.
here, 1 hour away, or 1
Yeah.
hour
Oh.
20,
Then
than
10 hours
10
away,
hours up there,
yeah.
And so we were like, whatever we could get
Exactly.
to be closer to our family as well,
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so, yeah,
Nice.
here we are, man. Here we are.
So the whole transitioning of like from Reading to here was like a little easier for you then because it was kind of just happening smoothly in a way.
It was,
It all fell into
definitely. It
place.
just fell into place, man. It
Yeah?
just fell into place. It
Mhm.
It didn't feel. We didn't feel too stressed. The only thing we felt stressed about is that when we first moved here, we had to
Mhm.
move into an Airbnb,
Oh.
and it was like
okay.
a little tiny home.
Yeah.
So it was like It was like just a room,
Mhm.
and then it had like a little balcony area where the
Oh,
bed
I
was
see.
at.
Yeah. Kind of like a studio.
Kind of like a studio, but
Yeah.
I feel like even smaller. There was no room for anything.
Yeah.
And we
Damn.
stayed there for like a month. Like we stayed in that little Airbnb right off of I think it's I want to say 40th
West.
40th West, yeah.
Oh, somewhere
and-
down there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And L.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, somewhere
That's
that way.
Quartz Hill.
Yeah, it's
Quartz
kind of
Hill.
Quartz Hill. Yeah, it
Yeah,
is,
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we were just like, man, what are we gonna do? And then we ended up finding our little apartment.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Was your daughter already born around that time?
yeah,
Yeah.
she was born in 2019.
Oh, okay.
2019.
Yeah. So
Dang. So okay. So it was that one little small, I guess, little struggle.
yeah.
I think that's normal.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
this whole transition, moving
Oh,
to
absolutely.
different cities,
Absolutely.
especially
absolutely.
10 hours away.
Yeah, definitely. I think she's just been like an angel though. Like my daughter has been she just adapts so easily.
Yeah.
I think because when she was born, it was 2019, and then when she started growing up a little more, it was
COVID.
2020, and COVID hit.
Yeah.
And then everything shut down.
she
and we
kind of
couldn't-
became like always inside because you couldn't go outside. So it's more calm.
Exactly. And so anytime we would move, she would just be fine with it.
You know? Yeah.
She wouldn't complain, and she would just
Mhm.
adapt, get to know people, and
Yeah.
and now she's happy.
That's
She's a happy
good.
little girl.
Nice.
That's good,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, I love it.
And now he's a worship pastor.
Now I'm a worship pastor.
Yeah.
Going
So-
on 2 years.
So let's bring it up a little bit more more present time. Fast
Okay.
forward. So you're a worship pastor.
Yeah.
You play. You're the lead singer, the lead guitarist. Is it
Rhythm guitar.
Rhythm guitarist.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you got eyes on you, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like pressure on how you carry yourself
Yeah,
because there's eyes on you?
absolutely. All day.
I'd feel that too. I'd feel the same way.
All day.
And you're only a drummer.
No, like if I was him, if I was him, so I'd feel the same way too. If I was him.
I got you.
Yeah, he got me.
Yeah, I got you, bro. I got you. Hey, leave him alone, bro.
He's my cousin, bro. I could get on it.
Turn the camera this way.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Nah, definitely, man. Definitely feel that pressure. Like everywhere I go, I just feel like there's bound to be somebody that knows me.
Yeah.
It's kind of cringy in a way because it's like, but I'm not a celebrity.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but then technically, like, people see me on stage. Like this last Easter, this one that just passed, if I'm not mistaken, we had like 5,000 people at the church.
Yeah.
Damn.
For Easter services alone.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So you could imagine how
Yeah, it was packed.
yeah, it was packed.
There
bro.
was extra rooms.
Extra rooms were filled, like
Yeah.
not just the sanctuary, other rooms, other services, like
Oh wow.
so it just the pressure of being like the main person on stage.
Everybody's
when
looking at you.
Everybody's looking at me, and like it's like you're in the spotlight.
Yeah.
You know, it's like they're going
Technically,
to
yeah.
my concert.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're going to my concert because they're watching me.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of pressure. Like there's
I'm
so many
sure,
things
dude.
that we can't do. Like one thing is like drinking. Like we cannot drink out in the AV.
Yeah.
I'm not a big drinker myself. But you know, once in a while there's
Yeah.
Yeah,
a
you
cup
drink
of wine or like
Yeah.
a beer, like with
Yeah.
my in-laws or whatever. But
Yeah.
they're like, we advise you to not drink in this area.
Be in
just
secret.
Be in secret.
It's more of just
Yeah.
being. I'll say that's being like modest
Yes,
in a way.
definitely.
Yeah.
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Not being reckless.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And then
There's
it's
a difference.
It's because a lot of people are very like, their mentality is like, oh, as a Christian, you shouldn't be drinking.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, it says like, the Bible talks about not being drunk, you know, being drunk and getting drunk.
Yeah, yeah.
But it doesn't say anything about like just
You
drinking.
can't drink like
Yeah.
Coachella here and there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
But you know, the just the mindset of some of the believers in the world today is just like shifted
Yeah.
to like, you can't drink at all.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and so in those moments like drinking, like I'm like, oh no, I can't. Like
Yeah.
people
Can't
talk about
accept
going to
it.
Coaches. You guys know what Coaches
I've been
is?
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never been there.
You never been there?
I've never been there
I'm
actually.
surprised, dude. You're drinking.
I'm surprised.
I literally live like 10 seconds away from it. They're like, dude, they have the best wings there, blah, blah. I'm like,
Dude, schooners, dude.
that's what I heard too. And I'm like, I can't even go in there because it's all
Yeah.
bars. You know what I mean? And if I walk in
pretty
there.
much a bar.
Yeah, exactly. And if I walk in there and somebody recognizes me, they're like, oh, Isaac was getting drunk and blah, blah.
Like he's a
And
guitarist.
people will
Yeah.
twist things.
Yes. Yes. People
They'll make up stories. He was drunk on the floor.
He was drunk. Yeah. They'll make it up. And,
Yeah.
and I'm sure they will. I mean, you know, it sucks. But yeah, the pressure is there, man. The pressure is
I'm
there.
sure, dude.
Like, even at the gym, like, I've been going to the gym consistently now for a
good.
little bit over a year.
Yeah.
And the amount of people that I meet, like, oh, you're the singer at the church, the Highlands Church, huh? And I'm like, yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, like you sing so great. And I'm like, thank you. You know, like,
Yeah.
and it's just
Celebrity.
yeah, it feels celebrity like cringy again. But,
yeah,
you know, like, but it's real life. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, it's cool, but I wish it wasn't so pressured, like so much
Yeah.
pressure.
Isaac's
Yeah.
modest, bro. He's
I
modest.
I try to be humble, dude.
Yeah.
I try to be so
Yeah.
humble. Like
Yeah.
some people don't understand that, you know, it's always better to be humble than to be like, you know, arrogant about it.
Yeah.
and
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
self-centered and you know,
Yeah.
and because, you know, it's not really about me. You
No,
know.
of course.
So
Yeah. I saw you're recently on a podcast in the Highlands.
Yeah.
And Pastor Jeremy?
Jeremy, yeah.
He said it's funny how he said this. A lot of people know your singing voice, but they don't know your normal voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
true.
and that's kind of I
Yeah.
like when he said that, I was like, I could see why.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times that I do speak something, I usually sing it in a melody.
Yeah.
So like I don't really speak it, so I'm not like, oh, let's lift our hands today, or like,
Yeah.
it's usually like, let's lift our hands today, you know, and it's in song.
Yeah.
I get why Pastor Jeremy said that.
Yeah, exactly. And so, it makes sense. He was like, I was like, yeah, that makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Or if they watch the announcement videos. You know,
Oh, yeah.
I come out on some announcement
Yeah.
videos,
Yeah.
so they can hear my voice then. But
Yeah.
with singing, that I'm sure they hear me more
Yeah.
singing than they do speaking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely,
true.
definitely.
Like if you're calling them from behind their back, they're not gonna recognize your
Yeah,
voice.
they won't.
You're gonna have to sing it.
Yeah. Hermano.
Gilbert.
Yeah,
Hermano.
Gilbert.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, Isaac, what's up, man?
yeah.
I know who that is.
Yeah, exactly. Or if I'm like Gilbert, and you're like, who the heck
Who
is
the
that, dude?
Oh, what's up? Yeah.
Yeah, man. So yeah, it's cool. I mean, I'm glad that people can hear me talk now
Yeah, I know,
Hey.
right?
more often, and they've given me
Yeah.
a little bit more of a space to talk.
Yeah.
because I have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
This is Isaac's normal voice.
This is my voice. Thank you for coming.
Hey, this is me. He starts speaking all low
Hey, so
pitch
super
on
deep.
purpose. Yeah.
Oh man.
So speaking of on this whole like, okay, bring it back on the worship. Like you're
Yeah.
up there. You've been doing it for 2 years now. Over there at Bethel, were you playing too?
I was, but I was playing more in the school aspect
Okay.
of it. So the school aspect has like their own worship teams.
Yeah.
And so for those 2 years, I was both years I was on worship teams.
Okay.
And the crazy part is that you have to try out every time for the school.
Oh, wow.
Like every new year, you have to try out.
Like tryouts all over again.
Tryouts all over again. So
we should do
even
that. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, it was a thought. But
Wait, even if you've been there for like,
even if you've been there.
yeah.
But so the school's only 3 years.
Okay.
The first 2 years are more like a learning phase, and then the third year is more of a teaching phase. Like you're an intern, but each year you have to try out because each year it's new leaders,
Okay.
different leaders.
Imagine-
yeah,
Imagine you're training so hard December
Yeah.
because there's gonna be a big event January. You don't get chosen for the tryout.
You're,
that's what
you're
it
walking
feels
down the
like.
hall. You know how in school the tryout list. You know if you're on it.
Oh, dude, I didn't make it, dude.
All that for nothing.
Yeah, seriously, man, seriously. So the pressure was
funny.
on that part too. Yeah, trying out, man. It's crazy. Yeah, bro.
Nice. So
And it's funny because the way that you say like, oh, you go to the list, they send out an email.
yeah.
So they don't even look at you. Like they don't even tell you. It's just not a one-on-one.
Like face-to-face,
Yeah, face-to-face or anything.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Too scared to look at you.
yeah, you got to get an email. Like, oh, man, I didn't make it, dude.
It's like breaking up through text.
Yeah. Give you guys a little insight.
Yeah.
Like, I auditioned
Yeah.
for Highlands it was around summer.
Yeah.
It was around summertime. And I remember I was just like, I was at work and I was like, I'm waiting on the email. Waiting on the email. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like nerve-wracking in a way. Yeah. Why was I more nervous about the email rather than when I auditioned? Now, audition, I was chilling.
Yeah.
I was chilling. But I was more nervous for the email for some reason.
Yeah. I think it's just the thought of like you feeling judged. Or like you feeling like
you did
they're
good
like
enough.
picking apart. Yeah, doing good enough. You're being picked apart. Oh, what did he do good here? What did he do good here? And so like you're just waiting for an email. It's like, is it gonna be me be on Teams or is it me not gonna be me on Teams? And was I good enough? You know, it's just it's those things that you're just building up. And I've actually just recently started a new like process. Is that whether they make it or they don't, I'm meeting with them face to face.
Yeah, it makes you feel better.
Exactly. And so when I let them down, they're like, I'm looking at them like, hey, dude, you know,
Just let you know. Good luck next time.
just practice for, 3 years from now. So.
YouTube tutorials.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
YouTube tutorials, yes, they help. They're very helpful. Yeah.
So you were playing at Bethel for some time, and then now you're over here at Highlands playing some time now.
Yeah.
Within those times, maybe even before you were in the church playing, we were just playing, just chilling, or whatever.
Yeah.
Have you ever had like those worship fails? Because you know we have seen those videos.
Dude.
You know, I'm sure you've had one. I've had my share.
All of them.
Yeah.
We all have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have all.
Can you tell us one specific one?
I think almost every Sunday for me is a worship fail, especially when it comes to my voice. When I'm in a key and I'm trying to belt higher, and my voice, instead of it going to that perfect key, it goes, and then you can hear it. If you guys go tune in on any of the past videos, you'll catch a moment when it just feels horrible.
In that moment, bro, like when you're like thinking about like, okay, right here, Kurt, I'm gonna do it right now.
Yeah.
Right here. In your mind, you're thinking about that.
Yeah,
huh?
definitely. And then my voice just goes the opposite direction. And I'm just like, bruh.
Yeah.
And I just kind of like just shake it off because I feel like I'm the only one that notices.
Yeah.
And then mostly when vocalists are in the congregation or like people in the back, they're like, oh, I heard that. And I'm like, gosh.
It's always a few musicians like, I saw it.
Yeah, typically it's the musicians that are most likely gonna notice it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And they'll tell me, they're like, your voice cracked, Tom. I'm like, it did. Yeah, just like,
Yeah,
so
true.
that's one. I mean, for the most part, those are my fails. And then I shared this on the Highlands podcast where I thought I was like a total rock star one set. And it was back when I was growing up at the church that I grew up at. When I first started leading worship, it was like I said, I felt like a total rock star.
Yeah.
And I was like in the song, I was like, yeah, like I forgot what song I was singing. And then there was a moment when the song came down and I did a flip with the mic. You know, like how some like rock stars will flip the mic
and try to catch it back.
Yeah, they catch it and it just hit my hand.
I
closed my hand before I could catch it, and it hit my hand and it landed on the ground. And you could literally hear the mic go boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
The mic drop.
And I just felt like everybody just stared at me. And
They're
I was
like
frick.
Like,
dude.
humble yourself.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously. And I just picked it up and I just, oh my God.
And you weren't off the stage. You're like,
Did you acknowledge it? Like, my bad.
No, I didn't.
No?
I didn't. It was just awkward, bro. I was just like, I just felt all eyes on me. And
damn, dude.
yeah, bro. That was like the one that I remember.
My face would have been so red.
Dude, I felt like I was red. I usually don't get red because I'm like dark skinned. So.
Shade of brown. He's a
Shade of brown.
You get purple, bro.
What about you, Gilbert? Have you ever had like your fail? I never asked you that before.
I had a few, but you guys didn't see that right now. I just hit my mouth on this thing. I was laughing and I hit my mouth. But yeah,
You had a podcast fail. Right now.
that's my first podcast, for guys. No, but me, I had a handful too. One time years ago when I was playing church.
Yeah.
It was a special event too, like you know what campaña is?
Yeah,
it was a campaña,
Dang, dude.
You know, and that's when a lot of people would go.
Heck yeah, bro.
And like, dude, man, I go and I start playing, and a stick falls out of my hand, which is a typical drummer fail too, you know.
Never happens to me.
But no, it happened to you once. Nah,
I can legit say I've never
glue on his hand.
I've never dropped a stick
it was
before.
gorilla glue on it.
I've never dropped a stick before.
Nah, what happened to me, and I was looking for a stick. I was like, oh my goodness, and I look in the bag of sticks is outside. There was a cover.
Oh, you were closed off in
I was
that.
closed off in the little studio thing.
Yeah.
And the bag of sticks, I left it on the amp.
Yeah.
So I was playing with one stick until we took a break.
Dang.
Dude, and I was there sweating, dude. I was dying, dude, because the fan wasn't on, and dude, it was crazy, dude. And I think there was a few times when I was slowing down, dude.
Yeah.
And like I started playing slow and slow because I was getting tired, and like it was so embarrassing, dude.
The hermano like playing. He's like,
Oh man,
pick it up. Yeah.
Like, that was one of my fellas. Like, dude, that was bad. You know.
Really?
Yeah, but what about you?
I think for me it was the snare ripped on me. The head.
Yeah.
It ripped on me, and it was the only one.
Oh shit.
But there was another drummer. There was two drummers at this church I went to. So he ran with the extra head,
The guitar's in there.
and he was basically my pit crew or whatever. He ran. He's like, vroom, vroom, and, you know, like freaking changing it quick, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
That's dope,
Damn,
dude.
dude.
Yeah.
I wish I had
What's up,
someone.
though? Heck yeah, dude.
I wish I had someone to get the stick bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we had each other's back. Cause
They were
we had-
just looking at you like,
yeah. Yeah.
Here's what the stick.
Yeah, but we had each other's back. You know, he had his fail, so I backed him up.
Okay.
But then he backed me up too.
What church did you guys go to?
I went to one called Montesion.
Okay.
Hispanic.
Out here?
Hispanic one. Yeah, out here, like probably 5 minutes away from here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like where we both basically grew up.
yeah.
Grew up, where our parents go.
Okay.
Yeah, my parents still go there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
my
cool.
parents still go there too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
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 That's cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, man, we all have our little fails here and there, man.
absolutely.
But the show must go on, bro.
Show
Exactly.
must go on.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Ooh.
So over here at Shader Brown, bro, we like to take breaks.
Okay.
All right.
Lunch break.
So I think we're at the halfway point of this episode. So yeah, man. Enjoy the break. Shout out to the sponsors at SeatGeek, W Energy, now Spicy Bash.
You said W Energy. That's cool.
I mean, I brought them back, bro.
Yeah,
I brought them back. They were. I don't want to say it on the record, but
No,
yeah.
but it's cool. You got them back.
Shout out to W.
You got W Spicy Bash.
Spicy
and
Bash.
Who else?
SeatGeek.
SeatGeek.
Yeah, SeatGeek. Use code ShaderBrownPod. $20 off your first purchase ticket purchase.
And we also got a code for Spicy Bash.
Spicy Bash Shader Brown for 15% off. That's pretty good.
Then on Blue Chew. No, I'm joking.
Oh my god.
I'm joking.
W Energy Shader Brown 10% off.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And foremost, shout out to InView Media for powering this podcast.
Yes.
Thank you, and we'll be right back. Shoo! And we are back. Yes, sir. Get comfortable. Pour yourself a little drink. It won't be here a while. No, just kidding. So I brought a little video. We don't do too much video reactions anymore.
No, we don't, dude.
Not
Kind
too
of
much.
stopped it.
Because we did use OBS before and it was a lot easier and all that. But now, I mean, it's a little difficult, but I'm gonna make it work.
Okay.
We can just watch it here on the iPad.
Okay.
Brought a little video. It's a service, a church service or whatever.
I'm already laughing, bro.
He's already laughing.
I'm already laughing.
He saw it already. I'm joking.
So for the viewers, I'll be putting it on the screen. So we'll be watching it right here. Let me put it in. So what do you guys think of this? Okay, look at this lady right here, right? All right. Toma ya.
Dude.
He's like messing with her now.
Going at it.
Yeah. Okay, I can stop it right there. That's basically the video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Damn.
funny, bro.
Yeah.
Easy.
Like-
Oh god.
What do you think?
Laugh. I mean, obviously, when people do that, I mean, you're feeling God's touch. People usually fall back.
Yeah.
He's forcing. That's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, trying to force it upon people, dude, and fighting with her, dude. Like,
That's petty as
dude,
heck,
that is that's all
childish.
bad.
But do
Yeah.
you think why if the girl would be mad about it, then why would she be up there in the first place?
True. Maybe because he pushed her hard
In the front, in the
in
first
the,
time?
in the
Or maybe
face.
he
'cause
just slapped her in the head.
probably.
Right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think they know each other? Because the guy was probably like and like kind of messing with
his,
her a little bit.
his wife.
It's probably his wife. Like,
You're not gonna get any prayer today. That's funny,
I can imagine.
What do you guys think about the video? What do you think?
dude.
I think they know each other.
I don't know. I just have a ton of like just trauma from growing up in the Spanish church.
Same.
Usually
Just-
Spanish churches,
Same.
They're
Yeah,
usually
that
the
is
ones
true.
that push you the hardest.
Yeah.
And you have to fall.
you have to
I was
fall.
the type that would stand firm and be like,
Yeah, same.
Dude, man.
Dude, that was me too. And they would, and if you didn't fall, like you didn't experience the Holy Spirit. And it's just
I
like,
would comb
bro.
my hair and they'll mess it up.
Yes, bro.
Dude.
Yes, yes.
Nah,
bro.
there's no need to push people, dude.
Yeah, there is no need.
Dude, that's
If
funny,
it's like
though.
the actual Holy Spirit, like
Yeah, you'll
yeah,
fall.
yeah.
touch, like
Exactly.
fall out.
Yeah.
And it's just funny how they start fighting. Like, no, this and that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They probably do know each other though.
Yeah, it kind of looks like
I think
do.
I mean,
Yeah.
I hope so.
I hope
Yeah.
so too.
You know,
Yeah. I
hope
it would
so,
make
too.
more sense.
Yeah,
Would.
definitely.
Yeah. Because he kept on going back at it like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it
so-
looked like he was messing with
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But, yeah, like
Yeah.
more like this. Yeah. Yeah.
hey, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, man.
All right then. Well, a little video reaction.
Yeah.
We'll do those once in a while.
Love it. Love it.
So okay, so Isaac,
Yes.
we're gonna get a little deep. Yeah.
Love it.
Growing up in a home
Yeah.
and adoption,
Yeah.
all that. Can you tell us that part of your life?
Definitely. So I am a product of adoption. I was adopted at 9 months.
9
I
months.
was 9 months, yeah. And then my sister and I were both adopted as like a little bundle.
Okay.
She was about 10 months older than me, so I was 9 months. She was, I'm just gonna say 19 months. I don't know how much.
Yeah.
You guys know how to do math? You guys do math. I think that's a year and 7 months, maybe.
Yeah.
yeah, it is.
And yeah, we were adopted by, they were actual relatives of us.
Oh, okay.
My biological father, he, his aunt, who was my mom,
Mhm.
who adopted us and who recently passed. They are the ones who adopted us, my mom and my dad.
Oh.
And then yeah, ever since 9 months, I was with my adoptive parents. They're to me they're my real parents.
Yeah,
They're
of course.
like
Yeah.
They raised you.
legit. Yeah, my
Yeah.
I think some people say like it's not the blood that makes the family
the
or
one who
something like
raised
that.
you.
Yeah,
So,
it's
yeah.
the
The
one
one who
that,
steps
It's like
up.
a Spanish saying to right, like
Yeah.
say something like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
something
Yeah, I
like
forgot.
that. I don't know,
I
bro.
forgot.
But
Wow.
those are my parents. Those are my life, and my mom passing
Yeah.
away was just like a
Hard.
huge like stab to my heart. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it was I always look at it as like a blessing to
Mhm.
have been adopted.
Yeah.
Just because in the environment that I would have grown up in would have just been like total disaster.
Yeah.
I definitely know I would have been either on drugs or in and out of prison.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just seeing like my biological siblings. So I have biological siblings that my biological mother had before she had my sister and myself. My sister and myself. And so just seeing them, how they've lived their lives, and they didn't really have a great
Upbringing?
upbringing, there you go. And so me, on the other hand, I was isolated. I was like, I went to church.
Yeah.
I wasn't able
Kind
to
of directed you in the right path.
exactly. And so I did there was a lot of things that I couldn't do growing up, but I always look at it like at the moment you're like, man, like I wanted to go to those high school parties. I wanted to go,
Have that fun.
yeah, I wanted to go have fun. I
Yeah.
wanted to be out till 2:00 in the morning with my
Yeah,
friends and, doing all this craziness. And I wasn't able to. I did my due, like, because I would sneak out of the house.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
I would like.
normal teenager, rebellious phase.
Yeah.
I still sneak out, bro.
I'm snuck out right now. My parents don't know where I'm at.
the thing I'm at church right now, bro.
Oh man, yeah. So
cool.
I grew up just like real. Some people.
Sorry, that was funny.
Go for it. Laugh it out, bro. Laugh it out. I love it. I
I'm
love
stuck out right now.
Stuck out right now, bro. Should have called. ¿Dónde estás?
I don't know.
All right. Okay. That was a little funny. Good.
Yeah.
That was a nice one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but yeah, it was, growing up in that environment was just definitely different than what I would have grown up in. I don't know how deep you want me to get with this.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
At what age did you find out you were adopted?
Yeah. I was like eight years old. Yeah. I was between 8 and 10. I'm trying to recall exactly, but I remember my mom was very strict, and she's being a Mexican mom.
Yeah.
You guys grew up with Mexican moms, so they're big crap talkers.
Yeah.
They're just big crap talkers. If you don't do something they want or they need you to do, they're gonna just talk the biggest crap. Talk a big talk. Talk a big talk. And so I remember one day that she told me to do something, and I think I just like talked back to her.
Yeah.
And then that's when she was like, she was mad. She was livid.
Damn.
And she told me, she was like,
What?
I don't know why I adopted you. And I was like,
oh, shit.
What?
Oh, it wasn't even like a normal talk. Like, hey, Miko, there's something I need to tell you.
Out of anger, dude.
No, I was running and I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. No, it wasn't even a sit down talk. And then I go up to my sister later on and I'm like, we're adopted? And she's like, yeah, you didn't know.
What?
I'm like, you knew, but I didn't know. How does that even make sense? And so, like I never really held it over my mom's head.
Yeah.
That she told us like that way.
That way, yeah.
But it didn't. There was some hurt there.
Yeah,
you look back and you think about like decisions you make as an adult now.
Yeah.
And a lot of things like when you're little affect like decisions that you make as adults.
Yeah.
And so I didn't hold it over her head. I love my mom and so much.
Yeah.
And especially now that she's not here with us, it's like I don't care what she did. Like I love her with all my heart.
Yeah,
I would trade anything just to spend a day with her. So
of course.
like no matter what we dealt with.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely.
Dang. So I was expecting like, my mom sat me down.
No. We grew up in a Mexican household.
Well,
okay.
good thing they told you young, because I think they would have told you like in your teens or like when you're an adult, like it would have been way worse.
Oh yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
Bro. Bro, I'm not adopted, but
Are you sure?
It sounded like you're about to say something.
Oh, your mom.
No, something else. Like, one thing, like, all my cousins knew this, but I didn't about me.
You were Mexican.
No, about the accident that I was in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're like, I passed away. I'll go see, and I'm like,
he's not here right now, bro.
yeah, bro. Yeah, and I was 15 when they told me. My cousins told me this.
What the heck?
Yeah, and I was like, did you know when you were like a baby, this happened to you? This and that, like this a big accident in the freeway, and I'm like,
what?
And like, I thought they were lying. And like, and I asked my mom, did this really happen? And I got mad at my mom. Like, how come you didn't tell me? How come it was my cousin that's told me?
Told us. Yeah, told me.
You should try covering up your dead body.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know, bro. I think maybe
crazy.
it's the same feeling in a way.
Yeah, maybe.
Finding out differently.
I think just finding out like deep things.
Yeah.
Just finding out like things that are important that you should have told me, like, hey, you're adopted. Hey, you died when you were a baby. You're here now, but you were gonna be dead. You wouldn't be here. Like those are things you should have talked about when you were younger.
True.
Like when I found out that the reason why we're adopted, I was actually like 20.
Oh.
I didn't find out. I thought my parents were my biological parents didn't love me or love us, or they were drug dealers, or
some bad,
or they killed people, or something bad. I mean, it is bad, but I didn't find out the actual reason until I was like 20, and then. Again, my sister was the first one to find out. And then
it's always the woman that find out first.
Exactly, bro. And then
like that.
There was like this huge family meeting in my living room. They were like, "We need to talk to you." And that's when they sat down.
That was a meeting.
That was a meeting because they invited like my other siblings.
Oh,
God. And they sat me down because I'm like the baby.
Yeah.
So I'm the youngest one.
Yeah.
And they were just like, we don't know how he's gonna react, so we gotta sit with him and kind of just like lean him into this rather than just be like, hey, this is what happened. And so But growing up in this household, it was definitely different than I think most households. Not just only because my mom is Christian or was Christian, but my dad is Asian, and so my dad's Japanese, and so having both sides of like the like parent roles being strict was just really difficult.
Yeah, those two races are strict.
Very strict, very strict. Like on top of being Mexican, on top of being Asian, they were Christian, and not even just like those light-hearted Christians, like them strict, old school Christians, Pentecostal. Like que van a la iglesia
Tell me about it, bro.
Cada día, and so it was difficult, but I look back and I'm just like, I would not trade any of that to have lived a day as an adult if I would have grown up in that other household.
Yeah. The other way. Yeah.
Yeah, the other way.
I feel that.
And so man, it was a good upbringing.
How did you take it?
Take what?
Like when they told you
that I was adopted?
Like the reason why and all that.
Oh man,
like
it was
the backstory basically.
It was a stab in the heart, man. It was definitely if you guys want to know, I'll tell you.
So it's up to you.
I've processed it already.
Yeah, if you feel comfortable.
It's sad, but I don't know if you guys know Gabriel Fernandez, the little boy.
The kid.
Put to death by his parents.
Oh.
So that's technically what happened to I had a brother, and my biological parents tortured him and then ended up killing him.
Oh wow.
And he was 2 years old when when all that happened.
Yeah.
And so immediately after that, we were taken into foster care, and then we were there for like a couple months. My brother, who passed away, was in foster care already when I was born and my sister was born. And then when all that stuff happened with my brother, we ended up going into foster care. And then immediately within 3 days, they found my parents, like my adoptive parents, and they're like, "We need you guys to take these kids in." Yeah. And it's so weird because if you think about it, like, immigrants that immigrate to the United States, they don't tend to adopt kids.
Yeah.
No.
You never see
You know
that.
what I mean? You don't usually see that. And so my parents, who are immigrants that immigrated to the United States from Japan and Mexico, they were like, yeah, we'll do it.
Yeah.
And so they took us in. Yeah, they were open. They were open to it.
So this brother of yours was younger than you?
No, so he was
older?
My parents.
Oh, you're the baby. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So my biological parents, with each other, they had 3 kids. Yeah. So myself being the youngest, my sister who's 10 months older than me, and then my brother who was the eldest. And then away from my biological dad, my mother had like 7 other kids with like different baby daddies and all that stuff.
Okay.
And so yeah.
Oh wow.
So, it's a hard kind of just like thing to process. Yeah. But I think I'm gonna be 30 now. It's been like almost.
You processed it enough?
I processed it enough, and then being little, to have like gone through that, I don't really. I feel an attachment, but I don't at the same time. If that makes sense, it's like a car accident. Yeah. Like you don't think about it today.
No, I don't.
You're like you were a baby.
Yeah, I was a baby.
Yeah, exactly. And the only reason why you think about it is when you talk about it. Yeah. Or it's like a topic that you could bring up. Same thing with me. Yeah. Like it's a topic that is brought up. I processed it. Yeah. But it's a topic that it could be brought up, or I could even just like, oh wait, that's what happened. That's the backstory to my life.
Yeah.
So.
Go ahead.
It can ask you a question, and if you don't feel comfortable, we could always cut it out.
No, sure.
But like, I was gonna ask you, like, are your parents alive? Your biological parents alive today?
Yeah. So they both did. My biological father did 25 years in prison. He had a sentence for 25 to life. But I was like 26 when he was released, and then he was deported to Mexico
automatically, right?
Automatically, like they didn't even give him a day or anything. They were just like, "You're going back," kind of. And so he's in Mexico. He's living his life. We talk here and there. There's not really like a deep, like real connection with him. Yeah. Every so often he'll message me on like Facebook, El Face. El WhatsApp. Yeah. And so he'll message me, "Oh, hola, ¿cómo estás, hijo?" Whatever. And I'm like, "Oh, I'm good, thank you." Yeah. Excuse me. No, you're good. And he'll just be like, we'll just chop it up a little bit, and and then we just don't really talk. And then my mother, she's still locked up. She's still locked up. She's going down. I think she's gonna go on her 30th year.
Oh wow.
Dang.
And that's because she doesn't want to take responsibility of what
she did,
happened,
what
of what
happened.
happened. Yeah.
Wow.
And then she keeps adding stuff to her rap
Sentence
sheet
or
because she be doing stupid stuff in prison,
they
bruh.
kind of extended.
Yeah, and they just extend it and extend it. And I'm just like, get your life together, bruh. And she'll call me or she'll email me like through like the prison app or whatever. And she'll be like, son, I love you so much or whatever. And I'm just like, bro, I don't even know you. That's another thing. I didn't start talking to her until like, I think it was 4 years ago where I started talking to her.
Dang. Recent.
Yeah. Yeah. And for 26 years, we didn't talk.
Dang.
Yeah, and then she reached out to me one day because my biological dad was released from prison. So she was like, well, he helped him get out of prison, so I think he can help me get out of prison. So it was that type of deal. And
so yeah, it's that kind of thing where they reach out if it benefits them.
Definitely. And so she did that. And then now, you know, she just keeps adding stuff to her plate where it's just like, you're doing that to yourself.
Yeah, exactly. I get
you know. And so man, it's
interesting.
It's an interesting life. You know, a lot of people don't know that about me. You know?
Well, thank you for sharing it, man.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Now a lot of people are gonna know now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind. I think it's something that could help people process.
Yeah, of course.
Someone's going through that right now.
Yeah,
absolutely. Of course. There's different walks of life, and right now there could be a kid
going through
that right now.
Absolutely.
You know, and maybe just wants to hear a story similar to what they're going through.
Absolutely, be something hopeful. You know,
something exactly. Hopeful. Like, look, Isaac turned out all right. You know?
All right.
I'm okay. Lots of trauma, but I'm okay.
As Hispanics, I think trauma is default with us. You know,
it's one of our many emotions.
Exactly.
What are you feeling right now? Trauma.
Oh, I've been there.
So you're saying like you kind of let go, but then like it's there. Like you have you complete like. How was it letting go, if you have, or
just like the death of my brother?
All that, everything.
I just gotta. It's one of those things where you just gotta continue living your life.
You did say you already processed it already.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Just like, for instance, like when my mother reached out to me for the first time, I told my parents. I was like, my mother reached out, and they kind of like got like sad. And then I had to remind them, like, hey, you guys are my parents.
Yeah.
I feel that.
You know what I mean?
I can understand that.
You know, so like, and since this was in the recent years, because I thought I already had processed a ton of stuff, since these are more recent years, I had to let them know, hey, like, these are things that are going to come up, but I want you guys to know the place that you guys have in my life is deeper than her as my biological
giving them
mother.
that reassurance.
Exactly. And that's what they, you know, like parents, like strict parents, Hispanic parents, Asian parents, they don't really like tend to their emotions enough. So sometimes they won't share their emotion.
That's how it is.
But me being like the emotional person I am, I know that they have emotions. So I was like, you know, I have to acknowledge your emotions, and I have to let you know, hey, like, it's okay. You're my parents. I love you guys with all my heart. And so, I mean, now like I said, I don't really think about it. There are times where I'm like, I feel adopted. You know what I mean?
I guess you.
I have siblings that my parents had, 3 older ones, and we don't really connect. You know, we're on a different. They're 20 plus old.
That was actually one of the questions I was going to ask.
He's going down the list with us, man.
Yeah, like, are you looking at my list right now?
So 20 years apart.
Yeah, 20 years apart, man. Yeah, and so it's really difficult to connect with them. They always say like, hey, like, we're here for you, like, if you need anything.
It's kind of hard.
But it's like, you've been married 30. One of my sisters, it's like, you've been married almost 30 years.
Damn.
Like, you've lived your life. You have your life. So me coming in and asking you for help is just probably not on your radar. Like, and you're not going to take it as serious
other
as
things to do, you know?
Exactly. And then I have a brother who lives here in Santa Clarita with his wife and his daughter. And same thing, like, you know, he's living his life, and it's just, there's no real like connection. We're siblings.
You guys could relate, not really much.
Exactly.
Kind of have the same thing too. My dad's side of the family, my cousins over there, all in Mexico. They're
Yeah.
like in their 40s and are kind of going to their 50s.
Yeah.
Because my dad's siblings are way older than him.
Okay.
So they have kids that are like, damn, dude, they've been married like
Yeah.
30 years now. You
Yeah,
know? So
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
connect
yeah.
with them. Only my mom said, like, Ramon.
Yeah.
I kind of know where you're coming from. Like, it's
Yeah.
not. I'm not gonna hit him up like, hey, what you doing, man? We should hang out. You know,
Yeah, let's go to a party.
let's
or
go to a
something.
party.
Yeah,
You know,
Mexico,
you can't connect. You know?
Yeah, no, definitely, yeah. So it's a weird situation. So like when my mom passed away, we were all in Mexico because she passed away in Mexico.
Oh,
So
okay.
she had taken a trip to Mexico because
Oh.
she usually took like 1 to 2 trips a year.
Yeah.
And this last time that she went in October was the final one where she passed away.
Okay.
She didn't make it back home.
Uh-huh.
And so it was the first time as like a whole family, like all my
All
siblings
together.
that went somewhere and spent the night somewhere together. And it was just such a weird thing for me.
Yeah, it was
And I was
awkward.
like, it was kind of awkward, but at the same time, it was like, how do I feel right now?
Yeah,
Like, how do I
Yeah.
feel that we're all in the same
How
hotel?
do you process that?
Yeah, I didn't know how to process it because
Yeah.
I'm processing like the death of my mother.
Yeah.
And then also having my siblings here so close to me, which I never have ever done or dealt with.
Yeah.
And so it was nice actually. It was really nice. We were all there for each other, and I could talk about that, but there's a lot of stuff that kind of just like uprooted and like things that I'm just like, I wish they would have stayed like that.
Yeah.
But now it's like, 6 months later, it's like things have fallen through the cracks. And
Yeah,
it's just not the same that it was 6 months ago.
went back to normal. Pretty
It
much.
went back to normal. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's sucky, but I have my little family where I'm
Yeah.
just like, I love
And-
you.
God
yeah,
gave you
man.
your own family.
Yeah.
There you go,
absolutely.
bro.
Absolutely.
You know.
And so, yeah, man. Yeah.
Hell yeah, bro. I'm happy for you,
Yeah.
bro.
Thanks,
Amen,
bro.
man.
Thank
I'm
you.
happy for you, bro.
Thank you, bro. Thank you so much. You're not
I
happy
love
for me?
that.
I'm of course.
I'm just kidding, bro.
I'm like, I was about to get there.
I'm just kidding, bro.
No, I'm happy for you too, man. Like, yeah, dude. Like, it's cool, man.
Yeah,
Now you made it this far, man. A lot of
Yeah,
people don't make it
definitely.
this far, dude.
Oh,
And
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
especially what you gone through, finding out your adoption.
Yeah.
Then like a lot of people don't go down the wrong path, and
Oh,
Some
absolutely,
people
bro.
can get bitter
yeah,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
returning to drugs
and hold a grudge or resentment.
Yeah.
Easy,
Oh, absolutely.
easy.
Absolutely.
And sometimes, they try to feel justified about it,
Absolutely.
but,
Yeah, I've learned to be present with my emotions.
Yeah.
You gotta,
Sometimes
bro.
as men, we're
Yeah.
we're told to be like, don't be emotional, don't be
cry,
emotional, don't cry,
don't show it, man.
don't
Yeah.
show it, don't tell people how you're feeling.
Yeah.
And it's like, nah, bro, I'm gonna do the complete opposite, and I'm gonna cry anytime that I
Yeah.
have a chance to.
Yeah.
If I need to cry, I'm gonna cry.
Yeah, of course.
And so, if you're watching this and you're a man, it's okay to cry.
Yeah, real men cry.
Real men cry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
real man.
real men.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, then. I mean, we don't get too deep a lot over here at Shade
Yeah.
Around, but I mean, it's necessary.
Absolutely.
I try to be here and there. We've gone with our deep episodes here and there before.
Yeah,
It happens. But yeah, man, thank you for sharing
Absolutely,
that,
man.
bro.
Absolutely.
Your autobiography.
Absolutely. Yeah. Now you guys have it on record.
It's on the record now.
So if I die, you guys can make a movie about it.
there you go. It's
Well,
There was drugs, but he didn't take them.
you didn't go down that road.
people watching on stage
At the end of my Michael Bay.
this summer. One man, one mic. Yeah.
Love it, man. Love
All right, so we're reaching towards the end of this episode, and we're gonna bring back the old segment.
An
We
OG.
haven't done this in a very while,
Yeah.
long time.
Yes. Where is it at?
How good is your Spanish?
Oh, my Spanish is actually really good.
Oh,
Yeah. So here's the funny thing that my wife, she grew up in a double parent speaking Spanish household.
Oh, both of them. Just like our
they
situation.
only spoke Spanish.
Yeah, it's like us.
Only.
Yeah.
And me, I grew up in, my mom only speaking Spanish, and
Yeah.
then my dad spoke Spanish, but he spoke more English to us.
Mm-hmm.
And so, there was that lack. I was
Yeah.
gonna talk about this earlier, where I'm like, I know a lot of Spanish, but not enough.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of English, but not enough. So I'm just stuck in the middle.
Like in between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, but I feel like my Spanish is pretty good.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I would get like an A minus.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
All right. So the way we're gonna do this is how were the rules back in the day? Okay, I'm trying to remember because we haven't done this in a while.
You said you could only get 3 wrong.
Oh yeah, and then the slogan was every time we have a guest, we put them to the test.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was it. Remember
I
that?
haven't heard that in a while.
I haven't said that in a while, bro. So the way it is best out of 5.
Okay.
Gilbert, you have 1 lifeline, and it's gonna be Gilbert.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, obviously, your
Hey,
only
bro,
choice.
you better.
he's your only.
You better get it down.
I better get it right.
All right, I'm gonna try to mix them up. I'm not gonna try to give you like because there's some here, bro, that you're freaking.
They're hard,
I've never even
dude.
heard of it before.
But I'd
Yeah.
probably know it.
Nah, you probably do, man.
Oh yeah, they start off easy.
All right.
All
let's do it.
right. Where am I? Okay, here it is. Okay. ¿Cómo se dice drinking? Oh, you translate the English word in Spanish.
Okay.
That's how you play.
Okay.
¿Cómo se dice drinking straw?
Popote.
Nice.
Easy.
Okay.
In some countries, it's pitillo.
I heard about that.
What?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
heard different names for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or pajita.
I never heard of that one.
Oh,
Pajita,
Wow.
He knows all of them, bro.
He
Yeah,
knows
bro.
a
Yeah,
different because you know how there's different locations.
Yeah,
They say a little bit different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. A minus, bro. A minus.
Wow. He might not even need you. Not
I know, right, dude. I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna go.
All right, next one. You
All
got
right.
1 for 1.
All right, let's do it.
¿Cómo se dice deaf?
Sordo.
Nice. 2 for 2.
I'm telling you, bro. A minus.
Some people gotten this one wrong. This next one.
Okay.
It's kind of like a curveball ish.
Okay.
Okay. If you get this right, you already won.
Yeah, that'll be 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. ¿Cómo se dice swimming pool?
Oh.
Piscina.
No. I didn't know that. Good thing you knew that because I didn't know that one.
3 for 3.
Three.
Let's do 5, bro. Yeah, that's too easy for you.
Too easy, man. That's too easy.
That's too easy. Come on,
You
man.
guys
That's
didn't
too
know
easy.
piscina?
I say alberca, dude.
Some people say
Alberca,
alberca.
Alberca.
Yeah.
Probably the ghetto slang word.
Yeah. Okay, now let's go a little slight harder.
Okay.
At least for me. Maybe not for Isaac.
I know, right? Right now for you,
This is
man.
going to be like, oh.
Yeah. All right, let's see if he gets all 5 right.
All right, let's do it.
man.
All right. ¿Cómo se dice wound? Like a cut.
Oh, man. Wound.
Like I'm wounded.
Yeah. Wound. Man, this is probably the one. Wait, hold on. Wound. I don't know, man.
You got Gilbert though.
Oh, Gilbert.
Okay. Herida.
Herida. Yeah.
Like we're on Family Feud, bro. We're on Family Feud.
Dang, that was hard.
One, yes, you
I
don't hear
know
that
the
much.
word herida.
Herida, yeah. Just when it's in English, you kind of like, yeah.
Yeah.
Here's another a slightly difficult one.
All right.
You already won, bro. So I'm gonna give you a little difficult one. All right. ¿Cómo se dice? You already used Gilbert, so you're on your own on this one.
Me.
I'm out.
¿Cómo se dice barrier?
Barrier. It's not barril. Barrier. Dang. I don't know, man. That's the one that's gonna get me. And you're gonna say it, and I'm gonna know.
Barrera.
Barrera.
Inglés
Inglés
sin
sin barrera.
There you go.
Dang, bro. I knew it.
Yeah, dude.
I think just in the moment, I'm on the spot.
Yeah, dude, I didn't know that one at all.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy. Yeah.
All right,
Man,
and that was
that's a cool game, man.
It is Yosabo. Shout out to Yosabo.
Yeah, shout out to
Yosabo.
Yosabo. Good people over there.
Love it.
Yeah, that was Yosabo. The
Yeah,
segment. Old school segment over here, Shader Brown. Thank you for playing.
Absolutely, bro.
And right
That's
off the
fun.
bat, I knew
You know a lot of them.
I don't know. A minus, bro.
Yeah, literally.
A minus.
Dude,
Bro.
I would have got all of them wrong.
So yeah, Man, thank you, Isaac, for coming
Absolutely.
through.
Thank you, man.
Absolutely,
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for
Absolutely, yeah.
sharing, being open. Some
Yeah.
people don't want to be that open
Yeah,
sometimes.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I love it. Thank you guys for having me. I know you guys have a ton of guests, and it's an honor to be here with you guys.
Yeah,
and,
for sure, for
you know,
sure.
don't forget about me for the next
We won't,
episode,
man.
yeah.
We won't.
Nah,
We'll talk
man.
about I don't know the rest of my trauma.
we tend to have repeating guests.
Yeah,
come
we do.
through.
Yeah,
we do.
yeah.
Of course.
Yeah,
of course.
bro.
Love it, man.
Yeah, man.
Love it, guys.
For
Yeah.
sure.
So yeah, man. That's it.
That's it, guys.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Gilbert, I'm gonna throw this on you right now. Where can they hear us? Where can they watch us? Where can they follow us?
Okay.
I'm gonna put you on the spot right now.
You guys can follow us on Instagram page at Shade of Brown Pod. TikTok Shade of Brown Pod as well. Try to help us get those followers up. Right now we have like 1,314.
Yes,
So
sir.
get us up there. You can find us on Spotify, YouTube, the beautiful world of YouTube at Shade of Brown Pod as well. And I'm missing one.
You're missing one.
Apple Music
Podcast.
Apple Podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shade of Brown Pod.
There you go.
Did I miss any?
I think
feel like
you
missed
did it.
Okay,
That was
you guys
solid.
go find it there.
There you go.
Cool.
All right then. Once again, Isaac.
Isaac.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. Shoo!